Hi everybody, Jo here again. Welcome to another little Mindful Monday video with me. How you doing? I hope you've had a lovely lovely weekend, and I hope you're feeling refreshed, probably quite full. So let's spend a bit of time getting a bit crafty. I don't know about you, but we've had a bit of a busy time with Carl out of action with his leg in plaster and grandson being ill and Eric to walk, he's having physio. Been a bit of a busy old time for me. So I'd like to get in my craft room, and I'm so pleased that you're joining me. Now, if you remember, last Tuesday we created this. We were looking at sticker stencil, and it's not easy to say that, sticker stencil set 4. And in set 4 you get these 4 beautiful designs. And we used the butterfly, and we came up with this design where we used both the inner and the outer of the stencil. We added some extra stencil work and we did some stamping inside the image. Now, if you want to look back, that was on last Tuesday. But obviously today we're going to add this into our journal and create a double page spread around it. Now, as always, I've been having a bit of a play because you'll understand I did need a bit of time out. Before Carl had his operation at the beginning of December, I did let you know that I'd got him a bell because he was going to be in the guest bedroom. And a few of you gave me the comment of throw the bell away. Do you know what? I wish I'd listened to you. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, we shall get on. Enough of that. Now, in my journal, I've been preparing a page. I've got my lovely bookmark look because my journal's quite full. Now, my idea is, if I move my bookmark, I don't want to show too much in the beginning, I'm going to pop it on this side because for me, I like my piece of work on this side. Not always. We've done a few pages with it on the opposite side to shake it up a bit. And my idea is I'm going to add some extra stenciling behind. But I wanted to incorporate, for my double page spread, if you'll bear with me, the other 3 designs on this side. So I've started and had a bit of a play with the first 2, and I thought I could show you how I'd created this by adding the 3rd. And it's almost like I'm using this as a bit of it's a journal, but also for me it's going to be a bit of a reminder, so I will see exactly what 4 designs are in sticker stencil. I told you it wasn't easy to say, set 4. But I just like playing with colour with these. And what I've done is, as I've created each design, I've used both bits. So I'm going to add my 4th design, the stag's head here. But I want it to overlap a little. So I'm going to use the inner bit and mask off the area I've already done. Now, if you want to see how I did the shading on the buildings, we have got a video from, I think it was sticker stencil set 2. I think today's just going to be one big tongue twister for me. Right, so I need to get the inner off here. And again, it is worth be patient with these because there are so many lovely, the detail is amazing, but do be patient. And what I'm going to use the middle bit, look, as a mask to mask off that area there. And again, it's sticky. So if the sticky comes off, just wash it in warm soapy water. Don't scrub because you'll take all that sticky off. And to be honest, the whole point of a sticker stencil is that it is sticky. So that's over there as my mask. And then I want to add my stag's head. So I want the outy bit. And so I'm thinking, I want it up here, but I want it to overlap a little. Just to have that continuity of the design. So I'm thinking there. Right, I'm happy with that. Now, there are a couple of bits here where it's near the edge. So I've got my Lavinia, and I always write little tip. So I know this is my Lavinia low tack. And I'm just going to put a little bit of low tack tape there, just so I don't go, because I'm liable to get a line there. Let's just maybe put a little bit here as well, just to save us going over that edge. And I've got a couple of colours. I'm going to start with my Della Blue, And I've got a couple of brushes on the go here. This is my, have a look, this is my Della Blue brush. But I'm going to go for the middle one. And so this is size 7 because it's quite intricate, this. And I always dab off on the lid, look. And we're just going to start by flicking, in general, some colour over the whole shape. And this is what I did for each of the designs. And again, I'm always getting the ink from my lid. And with the antlers, I find it easier to flick down. Work with your stencil. Don't go against it. Again, at the base here. And again, I tend to have an idea where I want the darker colour, and that's where I tend to ink up. So that just gives me a basis. And that's with the Della Blue. So that's my lighter colour. And then I'm going to come in with Midnight Blue. And I've got one of my little brushes. This is number 3, and this is brilliant for this sort of detail. And again, look, I've got some ink on the lid. And this is my palette. So where I want it darker, I'm just going to come in. Let me check, you can see what I'm doing. You know me, I'm liable to keep crafting and you can't see. And I'm just sort of working on the base. I know I'm going to want more colour there, just at the base of his ears. And here, at the base of his antlers. And really, it's just building up, just in the middle there. You would get shade, wouldn't you? The base of his ear there. And we'll add some shade here. So I'm just using this as a... And I love doing this. These brushes are fabulous for this. And again, if I think I want it a bit more on his face, let's really build up that depth here. Can almost just come in a little bit more when I've got less ink on, look, so I can fuzzy that colour. And right round there. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So lid on for that colour. So that was the Midnight Blue. And then back with my Blue Atoll. Now, if you remember, the stencil in here was the Blue Atoll. So it will tie the two together. So look, I've got some ink in my lid ready. So this colour, I'm just going to use as sort of a highlight. So we'll pop some here. And then just in the middle of his face here. And it's amazing how much depth you can add just by adding some extra ink. We'll just add some highlights on the top. Now, he's been fabulous for Christmas cards. So, for those of you, and I know there are some of you because you do message me and let me know that are starting next year's Christmas cards. Look no further. Mr. Stag here is ready and willing and waiting to be used. Right. So, let's have a look at that. So, we'll take this off. And carefully take that. Now, I'm not happy. There's a bit too much of a space there. So, what we'll do is pop that back on. The good thing is we can easily get rid of this. Right, let's match that up there because I want that there. I just want to get rid of that. And if I just come in with the ink that's on my brush, let me see if I can. I might need a little bit more. Now, you could leave that if you wanted highlight. For me, I just didn't like that there. I just want to get rid. Just put that back so I can bring that dark down there. Yeah, that's better. That's got rid of that. I didn't like that light there, that line. So for me, it's easy. Just pop your stencil. Again, the fact that they're sticky, just pop it back. Can you tell I took a deep breath there? But that's nice because it gives me shadow from, so I'm happy with that. So I just love that. And again, this might give you an idea for a card, and it shows you how using the innie and the outie, but just 3 colours of the Elements ink, and we get such a beautiful design. Now, I'm thinking of adding some of this, but do you know what? We'll complete this side, I think, and then I'll see how much stencil work I want to add on this side. So this is going here. So I'm going to need my blue Atoll and my blue Atoll brush. And we're just going to, and this is the stencil, the flurry stencil. So it's the same one we used. And let's just add a little in this corner. And then the same. And again, gently, gently. Although I do like the corners quite dark. So it's my one time I can. Yeah, just going to come down that side a little bit more. And again, we'll just fade it out. Maybe come across the bottom a little bit more. Sorry, excuse me. I was doing so well. Have you noticed my throat's been so much better? But yes, so I'm happy with that on that side. But we want this continuity of design. So if that's there, and again, as always, do you know what? My desk hasn't got any bigger over the festive season. I'm still running out of space. Now I'm wondering if I can do a little bit in the background here. So let's go for it. I'm not putting any more ink on because I want this to be behind, but I want it to mirror. Let's have a look. Have we got, oh, that's nice. Maybe just a little bit deeper in this corner. Yes, I'm happy with that. I'm glad we did that. So let's just move it along a little bit more. And then into this corner. And the same thing, we'll go deeper in the corner. And again, I'm not sticking my stencil down. You can use your low tack tape. I'm just sort of holding it in place. Now here where they join, yeah, I can come a little bit more here. Just fade it out. That's nice. I need a little bit more here, I think. Now it doesn't matter if it doesn't match up, because if I'm just mindful of adding the odd little bit, and especially if you do it faint, gently, gently, look, I like that shape coming there, and I like that. I think that just adds to the whole. Let me pop my lid on. Important, put my lid on, otherwise, you know what'll happen, my journal will end up. And I think that will, so I'm going to stick this in. I think that will bring my 2 pages together. And that's exactly what I wanted. But I do love this with the stencil. I don't know about you, but just using ink and actually creating, you know, I love sort of creating 3D effects. Right, bippity boppity glue time. And I think to just use ink and that sticker stencil, it's fabulous. If you've not had a go, honestly do. It's brilliant. Now let's just pop that in there. Happy with that. And then we had some splats on here with our lovely sparkly Posca pen. So let's just add a few of these onto the back. And again, I'm holding my pen close so I know I'm just controlling it. We're having controlled splats this season. Lovely. And let's come over here. Just add a few blue in the background. Now again, I could add my sticker stencil back over the top to protect it, but this pen's really good. It behaves really well. So we can just get them where we want them. We'll have a little trail going up here. A few in there. And then lid on. Now, I'm thinking maybe just a little sentiment. on this side. A couple actually is what I'm thinking. So I've got my pack, look, of my sentiment. I've got so many sentiment stickers on the go. Don't think we'll go for a Christmassy one. Let's get something for this year. Let's have a look. I think we need a couple of thoughtful words for me. So I'm thinking these are definitely friends. So I'm going to put friends. And I'm just going to use my stencil brush, look. And I'm thinking up here, I'm going to put friends. Make sure it's straight, which it isn't. That's better. And joy and laughter, because after all, that's so important. And I think joy and laughter down here. And that's something we all need at times. And let's just find our black fine liner pen and just add our little sketchy line just to highlight our lovely sentiments. And again, I do my splats first because just so it avoids them on my sentiment. And I'm just gonna a little bit of zhuzh there. But yes, I'm happy with that. Now I could add some white Posca here, but you know what? I don't want to. I actually just think it looks lovely as it is. I just love the different tones of the blue. And so that's my double page spread. You can more or less see the two together. So thank you very much for joining me. I'm very nearly full in my journal. We've got a couple more journaling sessions left, and then we're going to have a run through. So you'll get to see every page, and it will just remind you of all the different techniques we've used. So you take care, everybody. Enjoy the next few days. Take some time out for yourself. Maybe take yourself to your craft room and have a little play and just lose yourself. Honestly, doing this with the ink work and the stencils really has, you know, it's been therapy for me. So thank you for joining me. Honestly, you don't realise what difference your lovely comments have made. You take care, everybody. I'll see you again tomorrow. Love and hugs from me. Bye for now.